أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع إنه إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم صدق الله العظيم. Peace. It's the 6th Equality Day. 6 is equality. That means to be equal in every righteous thing in life. Also, that if you are the equal to someone else, you can give equal effort or more and accomplish anything of which that person accomplished. Supreme equality is to teach, to add on knowledge, to give somebody something they don't know, out of love, the peace in your heart, and the happiness of your conscious state of mind. It's Ramadan, and Ramadan is a very good time to deal with self-development. That's the premise for a person to get the reality of what was revealed and manifest that in their ways and actions. But before you can manifest anything, it must be on your mind first. You have to be able to acknowledge that power, acknowledge that truth, that magnetic. And that comes with concentration and reflection. During Ramadan, it's very important to reflect and deal with introspection. A lot of people, Muslim and non-Muslim, when Ramadan comes, all they get is hungry and thirsty. What do I mean by that? I mean that instead of every day having an awrad, a series of things to read, such as a juz, a 30th of the Quran every day, and you do that for 30 days, you'll read the entire Quran. You have the universe to meditate on. Moral, scientific, all of these different things. Psychological states, otherwise known as spiritual states. All of these things to meditate on and reading and beginning your day like this. So you can take that knowledge and apply it throughout your day. That's one of the key things. Also, introspection, to look within yourself and reflect and meditate on what your state was and as well as what your state could be. Meditate on your own behaviors, your own psychological patterns. This is one of the main things that a person should do. Very, very important. When you fast, it's not just from food. Food is the first, the most needed thing in the world. So to be abstain from that, that means that you can abstain from thoughts, you can abstain from behaviors, you can abstain from habits, because from Fajr ila Maghrib, from sunrise to sunset, you fasting physically from food, something that is a necessity for you to take in. So as your body is purifying, you let your digestive system rest, and it's burning out all of these toxins and things of this nature and making your mind clear, as well as you fasting from speech. It's fasting from looking at certain things you always looking at, indulging in certain passions you indulge in. These different things. So it breaks it down. In Wolof, they call it Kuru Khusus, to fast from food and drink. And then you have Kuru Khusus or Khusus, to fast from your behavior. So certain actions, such as getting angry, you want to remind yourself, I'm fasting. And you don't even enter the doors of anger. This is for from over 1,400 years. This is the premise of Ramadan. Is to elevate a person's psychological state, to purify their nafs. You see? Your nafs is your states of consciousness. And this has come with these actions. Make salah in congregation as much as possible, as well as do tarawih if you're able. These different things, standing in salah at night when the moon is highly magnetic, give your thoughts focus and the mind stillness, and you meditating on Al-Quran Kareem. These are different things that have went on to purify people since the time of its wahi, since the time of its revelation. But people who are not Muslim and non-Muslim during Ramadan, and they don't have any type of psychological regimen, they're not doing with introspection. They just stop eating during Fajr time until nighttime, and all you getting is hungry and thirsty. These are things, are signs for people to reflect. Upon sighting the moon, Ramadan begins. The moon is a sign. It's an ayatullah. It's a sign of Allah. And when you see it, it begins. The moon also represents emotions. So when you're fasting from acting on certain thoughts, bringing them into existence, you can think anything. But when that exits your mouth, that's a different story. You're not fasting anymore. Your fast is broken with this. So these are some very small reflections that I want to point out as a reminder to myself and to benefit anyone within earshot of my voice. Do some reading, do some reflecting. Learn something that you haven't learned. Work on the surah, work on the ayat, work on your weird, your litany, your formulas. Introspect, reflect, because that way when you come out of Ramadan, you actually come out with a blessing, and you don't just come out a little lighter and hungry. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Peace.